Right now, the World Naked Bike Ride rolls through Madison for another year. What those for and against the bike ride have to say. Also, President Biden and former President Donald Trump are back on the campaign trail this weekend. What some groups have to say about the current tactics. And we're following the latest in the Israel-Hamas war as fighting continues in Rafah. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. If you were out and about in downtown Madison today, you may have gotten a glimpse of something unexpected. More than 100 bikers took to the streets, but not just for any old bike ride. The annual World Naked Bike Ride is back in Madison, even despite some controversy last year. Our Brandon Ross spoke with some participants about why they wanted to come back.
I'm addicted. I love it.
The first time Holly McEntee got naked in public was 8 years ago now.
I'm standing around and there's 100 naked people all chit-chatting and I'm like, well, I don't know anybody. Am I really doing this? Yes, I guess so.
Since then, she's participated in many World Naked Bike Rides.
You know, the euphoria is fantastic. I feel very triumphant.
There are plenty of different reasons people ride. For avid bike commuter Mark Buckwhite, it's about biker safety.
To demonstrate the vulnerability of cyclists on the road, kind of saying, hey, what do we have to do to be seen? Get naked? Okay.
For nudist Nicholas Wooten, it's about normalizing the human body.
Everyone's body, no matter how old they are or what color the skin is or whether it's fat, thin, whatever, it's a beautiful thing to have out there.
And for Holly, it comes down to empowerment.
One of the reasons I started doing the ride is because I had a breast cancer diagnosis and I'm cancer-free now, and that is great, but it really caused me to rethink my relationship with my body. And I have thought a long time about the negative messaging that especially women get.
That's why she testified in front of the state assembly when they were considering bills targeted to stop the ride after a 10-year-old girl participated last year.
Every girl especially, but all of us, all the little boys too, should be comfortable, should be proud, happy, and not embarrassed.
And many of her fellow riders agree.
I think there was a little sense of defiance. You know, we wanted to really make a statement that we're back.
If it's not for you, that's fine, but don't make it a big deal that it shouldn't be for everyone else too.
Now, to be clear, not everyone is on board with the World Naked Bike Ride. We also spoke with Dane County Supervisor Jeff Wigan. Today, he's the one who initially raised concerns about that child's participation last year. He says he's disappointed to see the ride continue this year after efforts in the legislature to put a stop to the event died at the end of their session.
As a father of 5 and a former Dane County foster parent, I can especially tell you that children should not be permitted to take part or witness this type of event. The innocence of children is special. And as adults, we need to protect that innocence. The participants are actually taking away my freedoms because I can't bring my kids downtown Madison anymore. And if I do, I have to be very, very careful.
Now, Wigan says he thinks the laws currently on the books already prohibit the event and participation of children. The Dane County District Attorney and the Madison Police Department did not take any action after the girl participated last year. They said the laws Wigan is referring to did not apply. And now let's get a look at your first warned forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller, who's currently out on the weather patio. Blaze, it was a bit of a warmer day today. Is it still like that out there? What's it like?
Yeah, it's not too bad out there on this Saturday evening. Father's Day obviously right around the corner, and so is our really start of our heat wave. We've got an alert day for your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, not for Wednesday, even though our heat index values, the expected heat index values in the pink there will still be in the low 90s. Monday continues to look as though it's going to be the hottest of the next couple of days, to say the least. So we've got an alert day Sunday through Tuesday for mainly hot temperatures, but we're also tracking the isolated chance for some severe weather as we look into your Sunday as well. We're underneath the marginal risk, primarily here across southern Wisconsin, mainly for hail. However, strong wind gusts, and again, we can never truly rule it out. An isolated weak tornado threat remains as well, mainly through the morning hours. So make sure you're waking up and tuning in, and Jacob will, of course, have you covered. Now, we are tracking a few thunderstorms off towards the La Crosse area. I think those of us in Juneau, Adams County, even in Vernon County, I think we're going to remain dry. This looks to be pushing off towards the northeast as temperatures not only in Dane County but across southern Wisconsin are in those 60s and 70s. So we're going to track out this kind of heat wave, how hot we'll be, and how many rain chances next week we have in the full forecast.
All right, sounds good, Blaze. We'll see you then. Anyone looking for last-minute plans for Father's Day tomorrow? Well, Bessie's Diner in Janesville has you covered. They'll be hosting its fly-in or drive-in pancake breakfast at the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport. The 6th annual event kicked off today, but luckily it will be back tomorrow from 7 in the morning till 2 o'clock.
So we have a lot of antique planes, we have some newer, brand new planes, and then this year for the first time we have some antique cars as well. We wanted what's better for Dad on Father's Day weekend than planes and cars.
With an all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast, any dads out there hungry for some delicious flapjacks can go in and eat with their loved ones. It's a great event for the entire family to enjoy. Plus, the little ones can get up and close and personal with new and vintage planes. And now for all of our local news coverage, stay up to date with our News 3 Now app. And of course, this covers all of our Southern Wisconsin coverage. Just search News 3 Now or Channel 3000 in your app store, and we wouldn't send you there if it weren't free. Former President Donald Trump is campaigning in the battleground state of Michigan and is hoping to court black voters, speaking at a roundtable discussion in a church in Detroit, where his campaign unveiled the Black Americans for Trump coalition. Trump and President Biden are running neck and neck in the polls in Michigan, a key swing state that President Biden won in 2020 by a 3% margin, and the Michigan voters say the economy is at the top of the mind. The Detroit chapter of the NAACP condemned Trump's use of a black church for his roundtable, saying in part in a statement, the black church has often been seen as both an institution of spiritual fervor and social activism. One must be careful not to allow its sacred mission to be abused, particularly by those who see it as a political platform to propel a pernicious political agenda, long on symbolism but short of substance. And in Los Angeles, President Biden arrived for a star-studded fundraiser this evening with former President Barack Obama and actors George Clooney and Julia Roberts. The Biden campaign says the event has raised already $28 million, calling it a record for a single Democratic fundraiser. In just 12 days, President Biden and former President Trump are scheduled to face off in their first 2024 debate. In Israel tonight, protesters are back on the streets calling for new elections as 8 Israeli soldiers were killed during fighting in southern Gaza in the city of Rafah. It was the deadliest attack on Israeli forces in months. All that is new video shows what happened during that daring rescue of 4 hostages last week. CBS's Chris Livesey has the latest.
New footage of that daring operation, for the first time showing Noah Argamani, kidnapped 8 months ago on a motorcycle by Hamas, now rescued by elite Israeli commandos, along with 3 others. Like Andrei Kozlov, overwhelmed by the sight of his mother, Evgenia.
He told me, "Mom, I survived. Mom, I knew that I would come back."
In the 8 months Hamas held Andrei and the other 3, the hostages endured both mental and physical abuse, with his hands and feet tied behind his back, says his father, Mikhail.
One guard told him, "I will kill you and post it online for the whole world to see." Andrei spent the whole day thinking tomorrow his life would end. He also told us some things I can never tell you.
Do you think you really want to know?
She does. He does not. It is believed Hamas is still holding 120 people hostage, including Americans.
These are the families of the hostages who weren't saved in that rescue deal. And now, if anything, some of them are even more afraid than before.
Like the father of Nimrod Cohen, held by Hamas.
I don't know, they even can put explosive belt on them to make sure that when IDF soldiers will reach them, they will be blasted to pieces. So actually it will endanger my son.
This morning, Israeli forces suffered their worst attack since January. 8 soldiers were killed in southern Gaza. According to initial reports, they were traveling in an armored personnel carrier that was struck by a large explosion believed to be a roadside bomb. Chris Livesey, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
And coming up next on News 3 Now at 10, the FAA investigates a couple of airplane issues and crashes this past spring. What they have learned so far. And a church speaks out after someone burned a pride flag of theirs. Hear their response after the break.
So
We spend a third of our lives sleeping. Shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit for only $299.99, or save $100 on any Doctor's Choice Original, or get 5 years no interest, no down payment, plus free shipping. Improve your sleep life one night at a time. Only at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Hooper for Best Plumber and Best Heating and Cooling. Vote for Hooper and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
You can visibly eliminate wrinkles and under eye bags in 10 minutes with results that last up to 10 hours without needles and without surgery. Plexiderm does it for only $14.95. Visit plexidermtrial.com.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Schmitz Auto for Best Towing Company. Vote for Schmitz Auto and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82. 86.
90 years young. Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk.
Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
Sunday after the Tonys, a difficult path to parenthood becomes a story of hope.
I could see myself reading a story just like this to my child.
How a local man's late night vision inspired his next chapter to do something good. Sunday on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
The historic church in Chicago recently held a huge LGBTQ+ pride event on its grounds for the first time ever. And then this week, someone brought hate to the church's front lawn. The church's pride flag was set on fire, and the grass near where the flag had flown was also burned. Jamont Terry spoke with some of the church's leaders.
At the corner of 103rd and Longwood, inside the historic castle, operates the Beverly Unitarian Church.
We are about fairness, equity.
Yet this week, someone brought hate to the church's front lawn. Do you think it was torched here or what?
Yes, I do, because really you can see this is what I saw first.
But the reality soon set in for Patrick Sindler, who stumbled upon the crime when he came to work.
So completely shocked. I was wondering, I'm like, I think that they burned this flag.
During June Pride Month, the church placed a pride flag and other colors supporting the LGBTQ+ community out front. And in the overnight hours, someone decided to send a message.
Some people were mad, really angry. I think I was sad.
Beth O'Grady, the board trustees chair, was saddened to see hate at a place of acceptance.
People are so small-minded.
At the start of the month, the church held its first Pride event. More than 100 people attended. Members wonder if that brought the unwanted attention.
When there is hate put on you, you reply with love.
The church faced similar adversity a few years back when this Black Lives Matter sign was placed on historic Longwood Drive.
The church actually received death threats.
The church persevered through that controversy and is doing the same thing now. You'll find even more pride colors decorating the church's exterior. In education, Beverly Unitarian Church will not be intimidated.
We are not going away. Our beliefs are not going away. Our trust in people is not going away. Here to stay.
O'Grady added she wants whoever did the heinous act to know the church won't be intimidated. To further show it is not backing down, the church is holding a second Pride event at the end of the month. Switching gears now, let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze, what should we expect this week?
Well, we're continuing to have that alert day for not only your Father's Day Sunday, but also Monday into Tuesday, as well as temperatures continue to remain in those upper 80s to low 90s, and then our heat index values even warmer. Now, we're probably not going to set any new records for high temperatures on Sunday and Tuesday, but we definitely have a chance for maybe at least tying that record of 95 degrees set back in 1944 on Monday, as our forecast is just a few degrees shy of that record high. So that shows you just how hot we're going to be. We're climbing into those 90s, and that also means that our overnight lows are going to be warm as well. So we've got the alert day Sunday through Tuesday. Sunday, though, we're also going to be tracking the chance for maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm. Everybody in the green, which is a majority of our coverage area, is underneath that marginal risk. Because we're warming up, unless we get a really strong system to move through the area, it's really going to be hard for not only showers and thunderstorms to form, but those thunderstorms to then become severe. It's possible, which is why we're keeping an eye out for maybe some strong wind gusts and some large hail on Sunday, but it's just going to be that much harder. So with the heat, while it may make some folks uncomfortable just because it is going to be so hot and muggy outside, it also kind of puts a little bit of a lid on our chance for not only showers and thunderstorms, as I mentioned, but severe weather as well. In the meantime, as we continue to make our way through the 10 o'clock hour on this Saturday, most of us are dry. A little shower moved through the Dane County area earlier this afternoon and evening. We turn our attention off towards Monroe County, Angelo, maybe into the Camp Douglas area, back into kind of the panhandle, if you will, of Vernon County, dealing with some showers. Not a lot of lightning with this, so the thunderstorm threat is dying down even farther to our north and west as we head into your Saturday evening. But we're going to watch as some thunderstorms out in Iowa eventually move overhead as we go into the early morning hours on Sunday. Meanwhile, back at home, temperatures mid to upper 60s, still holding on to the mid 70s in Boscobel, though just to our east. It's 72 in Lone Rock, 73 in Madison, 69 in Watertown. Closing in on Dane County, most of us are sitting right around 74, maybe 73 degrees. Verona, though, we are at 75. So over the next 12 hours, again, we're going to hang out in those upper 60s to low 70s. Winds are going to be light, so if you haven't done so already, probably want to close the windows because it is going to be kind of the beginning of some of our more muggier nights, at least thus far in the year, as our overnight lows really climb and actually eventually settle into more of those 70s starting Sunday night. So starting Sunday morning, though, that's when that shower and thunderstorm activity will begin. You're seeing those greens, those yellows, those oranges indicating some heavier showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms. And again, through the morning hours especially, that's when we may see 1 or 2 severe thunderstorms. So make sure you're staying with News 3 Now. Jacob, of course, will have you covered. Hail is going to be our primary threat. Notice, though, our southerly winds begin to turn more out of the southwest. These green arrows here, we clear out, and that southwesterly component really helps usher in that really warm air that's sitting off across parts of Iowa. That bumps us into the upper 80s on Sunday, and then further into those low to mid 90s for your Monday. It's going to be an active work week in addition to being hot and muggy, but a lot more of that rain, the oranges and even those reds indicating upwards of 3, maybe even 4 inches of rain over the next 7 days is going to stay even north of La Crosse. So farmers across southern Wisconsin, while we can always use a little bit of rain, we certainly don't need all of that rain. So that's going to stay well off to our north and west. But that does show you just how active not only we here across southern Wisconsin will be, but also just really the state in general as we continue to watch as temperatures hang out in those 80s all next week with those alert days Sunday through Tuesday.
All right, Blaze, sounds good. Thank you. The FAA is investigating after Southwest Airlines flight plunged toward the ocean near Hawaii. The April 11th incident came to light on Friday after Bloomberg reported Southwest sent a memo to pilots about the incident. Flight tracking data shows the Boeing 737 MAX 8 dropped at a rate of more than 4,000 feet a minute. At one point, it flew as low as 400 feet before rapidly climbing. According to Bloomberg, the memo indicated a newer first officer was flying at the time and inadvertently pushed forward on the column control. The flight was heading from Honolulu to the neighboring island of Kauai at the time. But the memo said the pilots decided to abort the landing there due to bad weather. Flight tracking data shows the plane returned to Honolulu. Federal authorities and Boeing are trying to figure out why a 737 MAX 8 did a rare and dangerous back and forth rolling during a recent flight. The incident happened on a Southwest Airlines flight May 25th. The FAA says the oscillating motion, known as Dutch roll, was an accident. It happens when the nose of the plane makes a figure 8 in the air. Aviation analysts say passengers would have been able to feel the plane move to one side, then the other. No one was injured on the flight, and the plane landed safely, but the jet suffered what was described as substantial damage. The plane has not flown since landing in California. Boeing's Starliner will stay longer at the International Space Station than planned. Yesterday, NASA said the spacecraft would undergo more testing at the ISS. Starliner's first ever crewed mission launched on June 5th, after several delays, with NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams on board. According to NASA, Wilmore and Williams will remain at the space station until at least June 22nd. Now continuing with weather, it's already hot across much of the country, and it's about to get worse. The heat dome is shifting east, and more than 135 million from Chicago to New York face a real sizzler. CBS's Dave McClough is tracking the temps tonight.
Cool fans are turning as the DJ keeps the hot track spinning in downtown Atlanta. And she's not the only one with a box fan today. The local Salvation Army gave piles of them away, while kids in downtown Atlanta jumped in the Olympic ring splash pad.
We just can't escape the heat.
No escape from the high temperatures. Even overnight, all the South is trapped under a heat dome. At the U.S. Open in North Carolina, extreme heat is hitting the players and the spectators.
A lot of water early and often today.
Medical staff brought in for the event say on Friday they treated hundreds for heat-related illnesses. In Phoenix, America's hottest big city, 18 shipping containers have been turned into cooling centers. Officials are trying to avoid last year's record, 645 heat deaths. And in Florida, after 4 days of historic rainfall, floodwaters are receding. In Miami, fire crews going door to door checking to make sure everyone's safe. Looks like we're heading into a summer of extremes here on the Chattahoochee River outside of Atlanta. It's a good way to cool off, but these long stretches of heat waves seem to be happening 3 times more than they happened in the 1960s. And according to EPA, they are actually lasting longer, and that's because we have more concrete around us, and we're also dealing with global climate change. On the Chattahoochee River outside of Atlanta, I'm Dave Malkoff, CBS News.
And coming up in sports, Andrew Banstra shows us a final matchup of the season in the D2 State Women's Championship.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Nuts.com. When my grandfather started this business in 1929, he relied on 4 important values: freshness, quality, variety, and service. I'm proud to carry on his legacy, but from a bigger space. We still freshly roast, season, and dip delicious nuts here in New Jersey and deliver them with the freshest dried fruits, snacks, and sweets to families that love our products all around the country, including mine.
We think you'll love Nuts.com too, so check us out and enjoy 20% off plus free shipping on your first order.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including the Del Bar for Best Restaurant and 4 other exciting categories in food and drink. Vote for the Del Bar on MadisonMagazine.com.
Why Vitruvian Farms? Organic vegetables and mushrooms, and they're fresh, really fresh. We'll deliver to you or shop right on the farm. Vitruvian Farms, just outside Madison.
If your windows are leaky and drafty, it's possible they weren't installed properly. Many installers lack proper training, and shoddy installation leaves your home vulnerable to extreme weather. At Next Door & Window, we're reinventing window installation. Our approach ensures your windows are sealed tight and energy efficient. And your windows and doors will be installed by certified experts who treat your home as if it was their own. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology lets you see over, under, through. Up to 8 available cameras and 14 views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Don't miss a thing. Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
For 250 years, the flag has been a symbol of pride. Pride in our country. Pride in being an American. The Stars and Stripes were created to unite us. It is a powerful symbol that Americans stand together. The flag has inspired us to persevere against adversity and be a symbol of hope that every American can believe in.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I don't pledge allegiance to red states of America or blue states of America. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
For the 3rd year in a row, Oregon girls soccer is in the D2 state title game, and they're playing Whitefish Bay for the 3rd year in a row. Oregon looking for redemption after last year's runner-up finish. But the Blue Dukes trying to defend their crown. Meanwhile, the Cats trying to take that gold ball back. End of the first half, and Oregon with a prime opportunity in a scoreless game. Kylie Steele's corner kick batted away, and the second chance misses too. We would head to half, remaining scoreless. Then in the second half, the Panthers pounce. 50th minute, and Addison Worth dribbling and deking defenders. Worth finds the net. Her 10th goal of the season helps Oregon finally break through, and they'd hold on to win it, completing their redemption tour and putting the Panthers on top of the world.
When we made it to the state championships last year, I was determined to help the seniors on that team get a state championship, but we fell short. And this year, I was just so locked in because I wanted it so bad.
To be able to win it twice is amazing. Last year when we were here and we lost, it was just the worst feeling. So knowing we could come back and do it again is just amazing. It feels even better than when I was a freshman.
I felt amazing the first time, and it feels even better the second time. I mean, getting 1 gold ball is an absolute dream, but getting 2 is an even bigger dream that I was so happy to be able to accomplish.
The dynasty drives on for Oregon as they win their 4th championship in program history and their 2nd in the last 3 years. And they're not going anywhere anytime soon. In Milwaukee at Eline Soccer Park, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
At Denver Mattress, we're all about that sleep life. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 5 years, no interest, no down payment, plus free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Beef Butter Barbecue for Best Barbecue, your #1 choice for barbecue and catering. Vote online for Beef Butter Barbecue today.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months plus 1,000 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Grab your sunglasses and enjoy the journey of pure excitement. It's the Summer Vibes and Catch and Rides giveaways at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. This summer, you'll have a chance to win a Chevy Equinox on June 29th, a StarCraft pontoon boat on July 27th, a Barletta pontoon boat on August 10th, and a Chevy Traverse on August 24th. All entries earned will be eligible for all Summer Vibes and Catch and Rides drawings. Your fun in the sun starts at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
The whole process was just so easy.
The installation crew is extremely professional.
And efficient.
Yes.
They were like there and gone.
It's definitely convincing when you see it in front of you of what your savings are going to be.
At Denver Mattress, we're all about that sleep life. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or get 5 years, no interest, no down payment, plus free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Wisconsin Broadcasters. Local, trusted, connected.
Inside Out 2 could be one of 2024's #1 so far. Box office trackers say the animated sequel opening in North America this weekend could debut with $80 to $90 million in ticket sales. Anything over $82.5 million would surpass Dune Part 2, my favorite movie of the year so far, as the year's top domestic debut. It's already opened #1 in 8 international markets, including Germany and Korea.
Dune 2.
Yeah. That is, look.
Yeah. Sell me on it.
Over the past 10 years, I'm a
Yeah.
huge movie guy, but
Okay.
Dune is my most favorite movie of the past decade, by far.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
We don't have enough time. We got to get into the weather. I'll tell you off cam.
I watched both. CGI-wise, great.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get around the plot.
All right, well, sounds good. We'll see you back here tomorrow.